If you are finally at the stage in your life where you are ready to make change, nutritional lifestyle changes to get yourself on a healthy track, congratulations. You are well on your way to becoming a better and more healthy you. This video, however, is to help to provide you non-nutritional ways to support yourself during the detoxification process, because as we go along on our health journey, as we start incorporating healthy foods, as we start creating healthier habits, there is very real possibility for us to actually feel worse before we start feeling better. I say this not to deter you at all from working towards achieving your health goals, but rather to give you insight into the very real possibility that you probably will not feel great right away, and that's okay. And I don't want that to stop you, because there are ways absolutely to help balance out your body while we're clearing out toxins, while we're getting healthier, that will make you feel less achy, make you feel less tired and moody, because that's part of the process. Because by deciding to take the holistic approach to health and nutrition and lifestyle change, you are innately deciding not to take the shortcut. And it's great not to take the shortcut, because now you are learning how to live healthfully for your entire life, and you have developed these strategies and skills to do that. But it's not always easy in the short run, and I want to use this video to give you some actual tangible tools to help you out in the meantime while you're going through those initial stages of the detoxification and regeneration process that comes along with eating healthier and moving more regularly, and everything that is involved with a healthier lifestyle. If you're not quite sure what I mean when I'm talking about supporting your detoxification pathways, number one, I'm talking about the fact that all of us have a toxic load that we are carrying around with us. Some of us, it's higher than others, depending on the diet that we have, depending on the air that we're breathing and the quality of air that we're breathing, as well as our use of synthetic chemical makeups and cleaning products and things like that. So we all have a different toxic load. So depending on where you are in the process of your lifestyle and healthy changes, you might have a harder time than others, and that's okay. This is part of the process. Don't get discouraged. But when I talk about the supporting your detoxification pathways, I like to give the analogy of going in for a deep tissue massage. When we go in for a deep tissue massage, it feels amazing while they're rubbing us and getting really deep in there. But what happens is they're actually unleashing all of those toxins that are in our muscles and in our joints and in our tissues. And the next day we might wake up feeling really achy and tired and maybe even a little bit sick. At least this has happened to me on several occasions. So if you think about going into your lifestyle and healthy changes in this way, that you will likely have similar reactions to achiness, joint pain, maybe moodiness, I want to tell you that now, because it probably will happen, and I don't want that to be the reason that you stop pursuing your goals, because you will come out on the other side of this, but it does require daily consistent effort and perseverance regardless. So I have a list of 8 non-nutrition related detoxification muscle ache relieving strategies to give you right now, that will help to balance you out as you're going through the initial stages of your diet and lifestyle changes. The first of which is fluids. Hydrating, hydrating, hydrating. I can't say it enough. Every single one of our cells utilizes fluid, water, to function properly. We are made up of predominantly water. We need a lot of water in our system. But when we are going through a lifestyle detoxification process where we're unleashing things that are not used to free floating in our system, it's really, really important that we flood our body with that water to help excrete it through our urine. If you're not a big water drinker, start slow. If you don't already drink a lot of water, I don't recommend you do this overnight. Change from, drinking 1 glass of water to drinking 10. Slowly, incrementally increase your water intake. Grab things like herbal teas, decaffeinated teas. Those will support your fluid maintenance as well, just not coffees and caffeinated teas. That ends up taking water out of your cells, which is kind of beside the point. And then you can also think about adding things like concentrated unsweetened cranberry to help assist your kidneys as you're doing some flushing during this process too. But keep hydrated, that is super important. Tip number 2 is one of my absolute favorites. Jump in a hot sea salt bath. Stay in it for at least 10 to 15 minutes because our skin is actually the largest organ that we have in our body, and it happens to be one of the most effective organs to actually drawing toxins out from our insides. And when you pair that with salt, it is actually helping to actively pull any of those free floating toxins out of our internal organs and so forth. If you want to add some essential oils like lavender or eucalyptus or rosemary, that will be really helpful too, not only to relax you, but to calm your nervous system and help to relieve some of those aches and pains. Piggybacking on point number 2 about the sea salt bath, hop in a dry sauna or anything that's going to help you sweat. Dry saunas are great because they really do promote those our sweat glands to push things out of our insides, but this also counts towards movement. So if you are capable, if you have the energy to exercise a little bit more as you're going through this initial stage of detoxification, HIIT training is great. Getting that sweat going is really, really great. All of that is pushing toxins out through your skin. But remember, anytime you sweat, we need to replenish with water. So anytime you're doing this, go ahead and add extra fluids, just like I mentioned in point number 1. A very helpful adjunct therapy that I use with my patients a lot, especially as they get sweating and are working to get those toxins out, is to consider taking a binder. If you're not familiar with what a binder is, it is a super absorptive substance that you can internally take, such as charcoal, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of, or bentonite clay, that will actually help to bind to negatively charged ions in or toxins in your body to get them out a little bit more efficiently. So if you have decided to take a sea salt bath, if you've decided to hop in a sauna and you're sweating a lot, always really helpful to take a binder just to help really attach to all those things that you don't want so it's more effectively removed from your body. One really quick point about this, charcoal and bentonite clay are not exactly the same. Charcoal will also take out all of your other nutrients that's present at the time of taking it. So it's very important not to take charcoal when you're eating food because you don't want it to take out your good nutrients also. That's why charcoal is really great for things like food poisoning because you just want to get everything out in that kind of instance. Bentonite clay is really, really helpful because it only combines to negative toxins. So if you want to take it and not worry about losing all those good nutrients, consider taking a really high quality bentonite clay instead. I've alluded to tip number 5 already, but it's really, really helpful to utilize essential oils and some specialty teas to help the detoxification process internally and topically. You can actually use essential oils like grapefruit or lemon or juniper berry or rosemary, for instance, are all really great in helping to, you can use them topically with a fractionated coconut oil, for instance, to help really increase the absorption inside of your skin. Or you can take them internally too with a little bit of water, as long as it says that it's okay to do so on the bottle. But if you're looking for more internal ways that you can support the process of detoxification, you can also look into detox teas. Things like turmeric and ginger are always a good choice. Elderberry is also a really good choice. Any of those herbal teas can be really, really powerful in helping to support our liver and our kidneys and all of these organs that are really, really pushing to get these things out of your system. Tip number 6 is not quite as obvious, but I highly encourage and suggest taking a breathwork class or incorporating breathing-based meditation into your daily life. If you're not familiar with what breathwork classes do, it is a system of breathing for a long period of time that actually does help to move all of the toxins energetically throughout your body. So sometimes, as I'll get to in a moment, the toxins that are building up in our system aren't necessarily tangible toxins like the ones that we get from polluted air or from foods that we're eating. Sometimes they're energetic toxins too, and it's just as important to focus on eliminating those, and using tools like breathwork class or breathing meditation can be really, really helpful. I also have a love affair with tip number 7, which is using infrared heating pads. Infrared heating pads use the minerals and energetic effects of natural stones from the earth to actually heat parts of your body. There's lots of science and information around infrared in terms of getting really deep into your cells to help eliminate pain, to remove toxins. It's shown to improve immunity as well. So do a Google search. I have a Premier Research Labs heating pad that I really love, but do a quick Google search. There's lots out there. A really, really helpful thing to sleep with or to use if you're working from home and you're feeling achy. Really, really helpful with those aches and pains. Last but absolutely not least is our ability to practice positive self-talk. We are creating so many toxic burdens with just thinking poorly about ourselves or talking negatively about ourselves. This expands way beyond just the detoxification process, but I work with mindset with my patients all the time because it is one of the main components and predictors in whether or not you're going to stick to a plan, whether or not you feel like you're capable of it, and whether or not it actually happens. Your ability to tell yourself that you are worthy to be healthy, that you can do it, and that you can persevere through any of the challenges that come up is really, really invaluably important. Not to mention, I had alluded to the fact that our emotional stressors, whether they're something we can control or not, contribute to our toxic load. And it doesn't make sense for us to add fuel to our own fire by just talking negatively about ourselves and about the process that we're through and where we think we should or shouldn't be on our journey at any given point in time. You are right where you need to be. If you are taking the steps forward, hell yes, you're doing it right. And obviously, if you need help, seek out help. I'm here for you. Create a network of friends and family who can help support you in this process, who are going to encourage you, especially through these moments of particular challenge. But know that you are worth it, know that you can, and spend time telling yourself that every single day. So I hope these alternative remedies are helpful to you as you are embarking on your health journey and you're going through some of the more challenging parts of really getting going and getting started. And I hope that they help you stay on track and help you alleviate some of that pain that comes along with making a big lifestyle change. But I do want to call out really quickly that yes, joint pain, aches, moodiness, restlessness, even some sleep disturbances. These are all very normal parts of detoxification and making big changes in your health and eating habits. But if you have a pre-existing health condition, or if you're going through the process and you're like, I am certain this is not a normal reaction, it probably isn't. So reach out to me or another certified healthcare practitioner and get your team around you to support you. This is not an easy thing to do on your own. So getting your healthcare team around you, also getting a good support system in the friends and family that you have in your life makes it a whole hell of a lot easier to stick to your plans. I hope this was helpful, you guys. Thank you so much. And also I am always here for you. Reach out, contact me, email me. I am here for you. Talk to you soon.